Rates below 7%. Well, we're almost there, getting close. Today, we'll talk about today's mortgage rates as well as what the Federal Reserve is reporting as far as jobs and the fund rate. And then we'll go through what you get for $2 million and what you get for $1 million in Santa Clara County. Let's get moving here. All right. Get to that. Plus, we get the buy of the week. We'll get right to this one. Opportunity unlocked, mortgage rates drop below 2024 low point. We're seeing the federal fund rate below 6%. We're at about 5 and change. This is expected to go even lower, and that's good. I told you that the magic rate for home buyers is 5.5%. We're not there as far as the mortgage is concerned, but what I would suggest is you take a look at this. It's good news for everybody. It's going to bring people back into the market. It's going to talk about that in a second too. We'll go to the live slide and talk about why the market will start turning up again as far as more buyers. If you have a $2 million house, which is the median price in Santa Clara County, you're looking at anywhere from 7.2 to 7.15. So rates are getting really aggressive right now, right? Not the 5.5 that we're promising, but if you look down here, chump in the same numbers with 20% down, you're looking at 6.25, 6.375. Again, those are 30-year conventionals, and that's when you pay a point down. Imagine what it would be as if you paid 3% down. Something to think about, right? I know it's a lot of money, but money now to lower the rate, you're saving a whole lot more over time. It's just something to think about if you're thinking about getting into the market right now. We think rates are going to come down again in September and then again in November. I mean, common sense says that because it's an election year, but there you go. Okay. The Fed fund target range is 5.25 to 5.5. We're saying inflation is down to 2.5, which, over time, you think about the factorial number of that, just the amortized value going up over time. Yeah, we're paying 2% over month, right? We had a high of 7.1 in last year, June. Same thing with unemployment. Now, I don't know how they're measuring these things. And yesterday I talked about how they're redefining inflation, redefining a recession, redefining unemployment. There's a lot of people I know that are not gainfully employed or employed in their profession. A lot of people have been laid off. Dell, Intel, Amazon, you name it. There's a lot of layoffs coming. So we don't know. Might be a cyclical thing, and that's kind of a normal thing for stakeholders when they're showing their P&L statements for the stock market. But all indications state that it's going to be a dreary next couple of years. Right? I'd love to see something on consumer confidence because that would be pretty amazing. This episode is brought to you by AIDA. AIDA is my platform that I use to collect leads, communicate with clients. It allows me to text, send out video, texts, and emails, everything. It does it all for me. It's almost like having an automated salesperson doing my job just for the follow-up and the lead generation and all that. Something that I don't have to deal with. It's just done for me, from collateral to advertising to everything. And I tell you, it's a great service. So if you're interested in learning about it, tell them Vito sent you. This right here, talking about when rates go down, the economy gets better, more competition enters the market. When there's more competition, prices go up, right? As prices go up, the market stays heated until something shakes the market, and then it starts to go down. We're going to go into this section right here where we're going to have more competition. It means rates get lower, prices might shave. Prices are shaving outside of the Bay Area, outside of metropolitan areas. You look at areas that have an abundance of listings, going from real estate standpoint. You look at Tampa, you look at Austin, you look at St. Louis, you look at Chicago, you look at all these places. The metropolitan areas are doing much better than the outlying areas because people are pushing back into the cities. That's just an ebb and flow of how our society is working. It means there's more competition. When rates go in, every percent, I heard something, and I don't know how true this is, but every percent that goes down in rate goes from 7.5 to 6.5, 8 million more buyers enter the market across the US. Okay. And that's not including having to deal with institutional buyers, mom and pop investors, that kind of thing. So it's going to be kind of a difficult transition here. So if you look over here on this edge, this is where we are. As rates go down, well, you're going to see more competition enter the market, meaning it's going to be more difficult for you to buy a house or what have you. There you go. Home inspection checklist. We'll talk about that later. We're not even going to talk about it. Jeremy Drive. This is what you get for $2 million in Santa Clara County. This is in, where is it? Almaden area, right here. Jeremy Drive, not my listing. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,900 square feet. Detached, single-family home. Let's take a look at it. There's an open house this weekend. You should go take a look at it. You have the wood shingle roof, semi-maintained front yard. Actually, the first photo we'll get back to in a minute. The grass was unkept and had soil marks everywhere, dirt marks everywhere. So yeah, it's a nice house. I like it. It's a little darker, but nothing that paint can't help. So with the fans, must be hot in there. Let's see if there's cooling. Kind of a smaller backyard, but I like the shady trees. I wish my elm tree never fell over. I had an elm tree in the back that was taller than my second story roof. It was amazing. And then the first year we had a massive windstorm and it blew it over. Kind of sucked. Let's see, cooling. Yep, central AC. I wonder why they have fans then. 1,900 square feet. Guys, this is a great buy for $2 million. See this thing right here? All the soil, all the grass, the brown grass. If you're going to sell your house, curb appeal is super important, right? That's why you watch this, to learn about how to sell your house and get more money for it. Scratch that up, put some compost on it, seed it, water the hell out of it, and in 2 weeks, you'll get some grass back. And it'll look a lot better than a big brown spot. What you get for $1 million, this guy right here, love it. $1 million for that shack, dude. It's just amazing. 3-bedroom, 2 baths, 1,400 square feet, built in 1961. Story Road. What Story Road? Why is it in Sunnyvale then? 122. Well, obviously the map is messed up here. Let's take a look at this one. Go to maps real quick. Yep, that's Story Road. The map on this is wrong. This looks like it's in Sunnyvale. Huh. That's going to make it more difficult to sell. Been on market 42 days, and yet the listing agent hasn't given a shit to take a look at it. Let's take a look inside. Some old looking laminate floor. You have wall heater, no central heat, no central air. I bet there's no air conditioning in it. There's your air conditioning. You open the front door. And Story Road, it's on that's a busy street. That's original kitchen right there, boy. Tell you what. Look, there's no light there. REWTF. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. they took the time to clean the room, the rooms, right? I appreciate that, right? Look, I'm not saying that this is the most luxurious house in the world, but at least the people took the time to clean up the yard and the house to make it look nice. I've been in houses where you actually have to like kick stuff aside to walk through the room. So good for them. There you go. That's the buy of the week right there. $1 million for that. It's been on market 42 days. I bet you can go in at 750, piss them off, and then a couple weeks later you'll get the deal. Let me know if you want to do it. Nothing's really changed here. Inventory is kind of going down. It's kind of trending down from the last couple months, which is normal. We're in August, end of the summer. My kids just went to school today. They started school today, so they're back into their norm. And with that mindset, people will start going, hey, maybe it's time for us to move again. There'll be a bigger bump than there was, oh, not bigger, another bump of traffic and flow of new buyers coming through. People that wanted to buy in the spring, March, April, May, but didn't or couldn't, they couldn't find the right house. And now they'll looking at houses here in August, September, October, and then go into the winter months, go into hibernation. And that's absolutely normal. Here we're talking about months of inventory and versus the number of active homes. We need to have about 2,000 homes, single family homes in Santa Clara County. That's this blue number right here. Right now we're at an abysmal 629. Oh, that's San Jose. No. Plus, we're at 1.4 months of inventory. And in order for it to become a buyer's market, you need to be at 6 months. So something to think about. It's still a seller's market. Question is, where would you move, right? I have people who go, I want to move. I want to sell my house. It's worth all this. Where are you going to move? So a lot of people I know are getting out of the area, and I'm getting a lot of business that way. And another part of the business is I'm helping. There's the children of elder parents sell their houses, and I have a strategy behind that make sure that they maximize the value of what they get back versus what they have to pay in taxes. So if you want to learn about that, let me know. Happy to help you on that. And same thing here, we're seeing a trend down of inventory in Santa Clara County, single family homes. So these are all the cities, and these are all the counties, the 12 Bay Area counties that I track. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here. Not really doing anything this weekend other than, hanging out with the dogs because my kids are off playing with their friends and I'm off. Have a great weekend.